Oh my God, and we're back!
Welcome to Tears of a Clown, the 50 States edition, part 1, with our guest, Travis Irvine. Unbelievable. The ceremonies tonight are going to be on fire. People are going to be so fucking mad at me, dude. How do you even rank Florida, bro? It's like 3 different states. You can't even do it. It's absurd,
it's a state of mind, more so than like a government entity.
It's a state of something. You know what I mean? People are already saying, fuck Texas. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. This is going to be a rough one. We got Tirzo in the house, fucking ripping it up, ready to rock, dude.
Oh,
no! Always fresh, sometimes frozen. Oh my God, what is that? I don't even know what that is. I shouldn't be doing this. This is the Great Lakes.
Those are the Great Lakes.
Yeah, it's the hand. It's the hand. We got shown the hand while we were there, actually, for tour recently.
Wait, dirty mitten.
Is Tirzo canonically from Michigan? Because I assumed they emerged from a lake, like some kind of mythical sea creature.
Clown Lake.
Which would make more sense for my experience.
This week on Clown Lake. Travis, thank you for being here, man. Travis, I found Travis on a railway car on my way here. We didn't have a guest, so I said, come on in. Please make this happen with us.
Hey, great to be here. Glad to talk about the S in USA, ladies and gentlemen. All the S's
There
out
you
there.
go. I hate to bring up Trump, but yesterday he was like, I saw US, us. It means us in his speech recently. So there you go. Some more brilliance from him. Look, I'm telling you right now. But first of all, ye old Fezwig, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you, bro. Please subscribe to the channel. It's the only way to keep this thing going. All right. Please do it. There you go. Tirzo backing me on that. Tirzo rarely backs me. All right. Tirzo fucking hates me.
Tirzo hates all life.
I mean,
Tirzo is a beast of darkness. Tirzo is antithetical to goodness. Tirzo causes disease when you're close to their vicinity.
Corb Stomp 666, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you, bro. You guys are the best. Every sub greatly helps things work. We'll try to shout you guys out as we go. Wizard Daddy, thank you so much for the gifted sub.
That's not Wizard Daddy. That is Wizard Duty. Supporting
sorry,
our
I like Wizard Daddy though, bro. If you want to fucking dad it up or
Daddy,
whatever.
Duty, it's all the same.
You could
days.
be Daddy. I made a duty. I'll tell you that much. I got shit in my pants, and I'm ready to rank the states, all 50 of them, sort of. We're gonna do this. Is definitely the first of many parts. We're gonna have Travis back in the future to finish this out. We've shuffled them up a little bit. We're trying to go, a little kind of all over the place. Yep. And should we just get into it? I feel like we have so much to talk about with this one.
So many states.
Well, I just want to lay out 2 things that I have already set my mind on. Number 1, there are no bad states except Wyoming. Fuck Wyoming.
Whoa,
all my homies hate Wyoming. It's an empty chasm full of nothing but the Cheney family and monsters and nothingness.
All right, I will defend
Statistically,
Wyoming.
I can shit on Wyoming.
I will defend Wyoming. I worked there for way too long in 2020 at the height of the pandemic when everyone in Wyoming had COVID. It was provable. The percentage was crazy.
That means that there's enough people in Wyoming for them to even be within 6 feet of each other, which isn't true.
Here was the catch. The deer were catching COVID and then spreading it to all the hunters. I will defend Wyoming.
The book thief already says...
That was your defense.
That's my defense.
The book thief already says Kansas sucks. I mean, we've already got... What do people hate? What do people love? Let us know in chat. We'll try to read. We'll try to shout you guys out a little bit.
Second declaration. I don't give a shit about their nature. I don't care what you got. That is a natural thing. Oh, you have outside in your state?
Really?
Yeah, every state has
putting
outside.
Any nature into... Okay, we have
nature?
to...
Did the governor make the Grand Canyon? Did the fucking founding fathers plant all the trees in fucking Idaho? No, the state has nothing to do with the outside. Outside is just outside. It reflects nothing about a state.
Turning Leaf, thank you for the sub, and I just want to let you guys know, no matter what happens in this stream, you can't take your subs back, okay? I don't care what we say about the trees of your land, okay?
I got to push back again against my good friend Jake Young here. The outsides of the state, the fact that it's still there is a compliment to the government of that state because they didn't destroy it completely. They didn't fill the Grand Canyon full of cheese. All right, it's still pristine.
Well, at
and
least
beautiful.
that would have shown some initiative. I'd be like, God damn, say what you will about Western state that has the Grand Canyon, but they got gumption. They filled it with cheese. That is a massive undertaking.
That's if the Grand Canyon was in Vermont, that's what would have happened.
Yeah, more like the Bland Canyon. Am I right? You
Hello.
fuckfaces. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Good, valid joke. Valid joke. Wait, is Wyoming the first one, or we're just throwing it up there?
Came in right at it.
Came in right at it. Okay, fine. Let's jump to the tier list and let's start with Wyoming, I guess.
All right. F. I'm saying F. Number 1, I have a list of official state sandwiches, which I'm going to consult very often on this tier list. Do you know what the official state sandwich of Wyoming is? It's just called trout sandwich. It is just trout
delicious.
on bread.
Whoa.
You don't like a good
Tears,
trout? You don't like a good trout?
All right, okay, all right. One person says that Torgo says Wyoming was first to give women the vote. So there you go.
Yeah, because there were like 3 people, and one of them was Diane, and they were like,
well, Diane should vote.
Is there a major city in Wyoming? All right, so we got to, first of all, how are we breaking this down? Yeah. I would say the metropolitan areas, but also we got to take nature into account. One of the big ones for me is natural disasters.
Right. There's nature and then there's natural disasters.
Absolutely. I mean, definitely fucking maybe like politics or whatever, I guess. You know, we can get in there with that a little bit. Depending on Florida, I feel like it has to be acknowledged. List. That is a very different list. But still, I mean, Kanye has a ranch in Wyoming, says uranium.
So does RuPaul.
Oh, no, all the rich assholes are like have their tax haven / apocalypse shelters out there because there's no government. There's no people there. It's a shitty state. It's a square. It's the most bullshit square of the bullshit square states. I'm going hard. Square. This is it.
You're going hard
F Wyoming.
Well, you know, you're right about the Cheney family. They run everything there, and they suck. But I'm just saying, Kanye and RuPaul have giant compounds there. You got Jackson Hole, which is a really beautiful place. You got Laramie. Laramie is your college town. That's your nice liberal bastion there. You got Cheyenne, the capital. The state government, I know this because I worked there for way too long in 2020. The state government, they're part-time.
Like you got sick of it? Like you desperately wanted to leave the longer you were there in this state you're defending?
Yeah, it was terrible, but it's not as bad as what you're saying.
So people are saying a lot in chat.
Bus. I at least took my bus around Wyoming. It's like, yeah, it does suck.
The population of Wyoming couldn't fit in a bus.
But Laramie.
There's no one there.
I went to defend Laramie. I went to defend Cheyenne. I went to defend Jackson Hole. And shout out to Riverton and Saratoga. That was a fun city. I got hammered there a lot.
There you go. We got a lot of talk about yaks in chat. Very divisive. Some people love the several yaks that live in Wyoming. Many other people hate that the fucking yaks live in that Wyoming. You know what I mean? Most people are like, I have no opinion about Wyoming, and that's kind of what's tough for me.
Right.
You know, but Jackson Hole, right? Is that a big gaper? I mean, are we talking?
It's a big old hole, man.
All right.
It's a big old hole.
So Wyoming just has a giant hole. I'm starting to lean more towards F now. Wyoming just has a big hole. That's its thing. Yeah,
it's got a big hole. It's got big. No, hold on. It's got. It's also got your Yellowstone. Yellowstone starts in Wyoming. It goes into Montana. That's a beautiful park. I think, again, if we're going to allow nature and the outdoors to be a part of our ranking system, Yellowstone is one of the top national parks in the United States. And also,
yeah, but Montana's got more of it.
Yes, that is true, but are we ranking Montana yet? I can't wait to see what kind of shit Jake has to say about Montana.
I love Montana.
I love Montana.
Montana's like the anti-Wyoming.
All right, we have to keep this moving. We cannot be stuck on Wyoming.
I'm stuck on Wyoming. I got a few more things to say about Wyoming. More fun facts. They have this law during deer season. It's a one-shot rule. If there's a deer on your lawn, you get one shot to kill it, and if you don't kill it, you got to wait again until next day when the deer comes back.
That's cool. That sets up rivalries. I like any town that sets up a rivalry with animals. What about the labor laws, though, are very bad there?
The labor laws are very bad, and they're also very bad to the Native Americans on the reservations there.
Yeah, indigenous people.
Indigenous people very mistreated in Wyoming.
Well, F then. Let's make it F.
I don't even know. All right, what are the tiers? No one's explained to me the different tiers yet.
F, D, C, B, A, S. S tier's the best.
And
F tier's the worst.
And F, all right, you know what? But I think Wyoming, it's also a very Republican state. All right, you know what, Jake? You've convinced me. I'm going to give Wyoming a C.
No!
Then we have to compromise with a D. We compromise with a D. It's not
F.
If
Wyoming is not an F, there are no F's.
You have a veto balloon. This is a great time to talk about it.
All right, fine. Yes. To highlight for our guest Travis, the mechanic within the stream of the veto balloon, I am busting early as is the style apparently, I'm popping that veto.
All right,
pushing
it
down
earlier.
to F.
So we all
You're
get a
pushing
veto
it down
balloon,
to F
and it
again?
allows you to push it up or down one slot with the veto
I
balloon.
think-
You also get a veto balloon, by the way.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
But you can only use it once a stream.
You can only use it once a stream, though. That's why it's a balloon.
Oof. Well, I guess I gotta wait to see what other states come
And
up.
Check gets a
I'll
veto
defend
balloon as
Wyoming
well. Check
as
gets a
far as I
ve-
can. They got great hot springs. You know what? All right, it's an F. It's an F.
All right, what do we got?
Can't find it.
What do we got next here? I'm ready to get into this. Wyoming, I have almost little opinion on. What do we got next? Vermont.
Ooh, the opposite
I
of
like
Wyoming.
Vermont.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a fish head or whatever. You know what I mean? I like
Fish is scoring very high for me.
I like
They're
Ben
getting a
and
lot of
Jerry's.
points for fish.
Yeah. I like Ben and Jerry's or whatever.
Yeah,
I
Ben
like
and
the
Jerry's
from
idea
Vermont,
of weed.
Burlington, Lake Champlain.
I love their coat factories.
Great coat factories.
They were like the weed
Great ice
lords,
cream.
right? They were like the kings of weed
one
for
of
the
the most
longest
liberal
time.
states. Even their Republican governor signs everything liberal that the state legislature passes. So their government is even
I'm happy,
functioning.
and this isn't. We don't want to get too much in the political, but you kind
That's
of
all
have
I
to
know.
talk about it with certain.
Bernie
Anyway, we also
Sanders.
Travis
Can we
on,
say that
so.
I love Bernie
99%
No,
of the
you
10%
cannot
of states.
Of 10 of Vermont with the ice cream, when 99% of Ben and Jerry's goes to one consumer, that consumer's
You
going
got,
to be
lower. You got to get it like just a little bit phlegmier in the chest for that good burning. Yeah.
I'm seeing.
Yeah. Now do it.
I'm seeing a positive response here to Vermont, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Vermont's really cool.
My
It's really
problem is,
pretty.
are there any people of color in Vermont? Is there any
that would
diversity?
be the one criticism. It is per capita one of the whitest states in our nation.
I mean, I don't even. I definitely want to rank it high. Maybe I want to give it like I don't know what state is S tier though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know either.
But I would rank
S tier's
it
top tier.
I'd
All
put
tiers.
It, yes, S tier's end all be all the best. I would rank it B or A. Jake, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very heavy towards A. Looking at my official sandwich list, the Vermonter is a sandwich consisting of roasted turkey, thin sliced green apples, sharp cheddar cheese, and honey mustard.
All right, but hit me with that bird, Jake. Hit me with that fucking state bird, motherfucker. I want to hear that shit.
I didn't get the state. I didn't get the state
birds.
bird.
You
list.
better be. I need some birds in here, man. I need some flowers.
It says the state bird is an aging Jewish bald man with good ideas about how to distribute
Well,
resources.
All right.
Well,
What do we say?
99% of the birds go to Vermont. That's a lot of birds.
What do we say? Are we going A tier? Are we going A?
I say A. I say A.
I'm only saying not S because it is so cold and they have too many white people. If
Right.
they could be more diverse. So I'm throwing.
Let's say we're doing it. All right, perfect. Now we're rocking.
For
Now
the
we're moving.
record, I did look up the. I now have a state bird list, so I can get that for you. Vermont state bird, hermit thrush, which sounds like a disease Bernie Sanders has.
Yeah, it does. It does
With
sound like what's going to
99%
take him
of the
out.
blood in my body goes to my one injured spot. It is not healthy.
States have state rocks. Oria's saying
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
state.
They have state
rocks.
fossils,
Yeah.
state songs.
There's
a
state
millions.
everything.
It's just a waste of time with these people.
It really
All
is.
right. What's next? Is it Georgia? What do we got next? Alabama. Okay, now we're gonna have some.
See, now here's
Amber,
my-
okay. I ran into Brighter Side Zone.
right.
Amber Nelson, you may have just watched on this channel.
Yeah.
She fervently said, "Do not fuck over Alabama, Mississippi." She's like, "Are you gonna
She
rank them
said
low?"
don't
She kind of got. I've never seen
don't
Amber
know.
like this. She kind of got a little intense in a way that made me uncomfortable. She was just
Oh.
like, she was like, "Are you gonna fucking?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, she
Sounded
got
like
in
she
your
was down to
face.
throw down. So I do kind of want to be mean about Alabama, but you know what I
do.
mean. But all right. So what do you want to say?
Well, and this is actually, I don't know if I can get my veto back, and this is why I want to bump Wyoming up to D range, because Wyoming at least doesn't have the racism and the history of racism that Alabama, Mississippi, those southern states have. So
Right.
I 100% agree. Also politically, completely effed, and that is why I think Alabama should end up in the F range. I'm sorry, it is very pretty. The Gulf Coast is very pretty. But as Jake said, that does not exempt you from hundreds and hundreds of years of very racist policies and politics.
Snickety Thwip says, "I'm scared of Amber, so S." Also, Born to Board, thank you so much for the sub. I mean, I don't know. Is it good? You know what I mean? Is it good?
I'm trying to think of the good things about it, and all I can think of
Roll
is
Tide, or is that someone else?
I mean, the thing people say, no, that is Alabama. Roll Tide is Alabama.
What about Bama Shore, the follow-up to Jersey Shore?
Or Alabama Shakes. They're a fun band.
Alabama Shakes is great. They're great.
I'm trying to think of anything good about Alabama.
I'm thinking Steely Dan. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide.
Sweet Home Alabama. That's a fun
Sweet
song,
Home
too.
Alabama is a
It's
great
got a lot
song.
of fun songs about it. It doesn't mean the songs were written because Alabama was great.
But see,
More
like,
of the
I love
racist
Amber,
history.
but most people, like, I don't like how much, like, Alabama people are, like, rootin' tootin' for Alabama. You know what I mean? They're a little too into it. Like, you have to have a little bit, it's a little humble pie, I feel like, when about your state.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I
it's
mean?
weird. I think this is our own coastal like mind viruses taking control, because like you see a guy in a tracksuit being like, "Yeah, New York baby, love the Mets," and you're like, "What a fun character." You see a guy in a pickup truck being like, "Yeah, Alabama, yeah," and you're like, "This man is a threat. He is a scary man."
Right, absolutely. Well, and they do say, like, Alabama, Mississippi, they both have this thing where it's like, well, at least we're not Mississippi. Oh, at least we're not Alabama. It doesn't, it doesn't offset that both of your states have been historically terrible and continue to be terrible to this very day.
I can't do Amber dirty like this, okay? So we got to choose one to rank lower than the other, and we can't rank them both at F. There's Mississippi. I think Mississippi's probably better, right?
I'm
bit
going
better.
to agree for some reason. I don't know why, but I think you're
right. All right.
Mississippi at least has the river. The whole river's named, and the state and the river have the same name.
I mean, are we thinking F for Alabama, or are we like maybe
F for
considering
Alabama,
a D,
for
really?
sure.
Just a full F?
Yeah, full on F. And this is, can I
it's
get
'cause
my
they hate
V2?
black people
Can I
or
get my
whatever, right?
V2? Can I get my V2?
Yeah.
I want my V2. I want to bump Wyoming up to D for not
Already?
being racist.
Oh, time, bro.
If we're putting,
Big
I'm just saying,
mistake.
I need to stand up for Wyoming for a
Big
second.
mistake.
Because if Alabama's F, Wyoming is at least better than Alabama. They're not the same.
You
All right, Alabama
said
has
you
better
wanted to
beaches. This is
escape it.
bullshit.
Yeah, no. Jake, I'm just saying. Wyoming's terrible. It's just not as terrible as what you're saying.
That was so... Thank you, Tirzo, for all that you do for the stream.
Difficulties. We apologize.
All right, so we're gonna move Wyoming up to D, and Amber's gonna fucking kill you. Holden McNeely doesn't necessarily agree with this. All right, let's
Just
put it
say
up.
that you think fried green tomatoes are bullshit, and
I
that
fucking
barbecue
love
sauce
the
shouldn't
movie.
be
Wait,
white.
is the movie Fried Green Tomatoes set?
No, it's just part of Southern cuisine. It's just.
Tell me if Fried Green Tomatoes is set in Alabama, I might have different opinions on. All right, let's move on. I hope we don't even hit Mississippi this episode, but let's get on to the next one.
Arkansas.
Man, that's a tough one too, though, dude. I mean, isn't that
Fried
in the
Green
same
Tomatoes
boat?
is set in Birmingham, Alabama. I don't know why I looked that up.
I'm glad you did.
That fucks me up a little bit. I might have to veto balloon
Because
that
the
shit.
movie is set there?
Yeah, I like that movie.
I love Kathy Bates, but I don't care where
hilarious
Misery
part
was shot.
Where the man gets his foot stuck on the train tracks, he gets murdered.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
that
Alabama.
Part.
You people
I
get
laughed
murdered
so
on the train
hard.
tracks.
Thought that was hilarious. That part. All right, it's a movie, Holden. All right, so Arkansas. What can we say about it? I mean, how's it rank with Alabama?
It's
How does
weird
it-
that it's not pronounced Arkansas. Let's
I
just
hate
get
this
that out of the
acronym.
way.
I called it
Arkansas.
Arkansas for most of my childhood.
Yeah.
essentially.
So
Yeah.
it's AR Kansas. It's like a gun. An AR-15
I mean,
is
that's
AR
the thing.
Kansas.
That's, everybody does have a fucking AR there, huh?
Yeah. Whoa, tears out. Look out.
Are we are we just gonna rank all? I mean, I won't stand for this ranking all the southern states F
Yeah,
just
we
because they're
can't do that.
horrifically racist.
We can't do that
All right,
to our good friends.
positive for Arkansas.
South.
Yeah.
The official state sandwich, fried bologna sandwich.
Love
one
that.
of the most
Ooh.
underrated sandwiches.
Fried
that's
bologna
a
sandwich
good
is great.
plus.
And I'm just thinking
Yeah.
politically, it gave us Bill Clinton, the 90s.
Did you like that it
Mixed-
gave us Bill
mixed,
Clinton?
I think it was good. I think, yeah, I do. It's crazy that a Democrat used to be governor of Arkansas.
He can
That's
play the
truly
saxophone.
Crazy. He can play the saxophone. Walmart, the entire Walmart corporation came out of Kansas. It also gave us Mike Huckabee. So I don't
Walmart.
know.
Did we get Walmart?
How
None
do
of
you feel
these
about
are
that?
positives. None
I
of
know.
these are
I'm
positives.
doing what you did to Wyoming. I'm just giving you things, and then it's like, is it bad? Is it good? I don't know. Bill Clinton kind of outweighs Huckabee, although Huckabee used to weigh quite a bit. All right,
Nobody
thank you.
outweighs old Huckabee.
Wait, so Walmart came out of Arkansas. Is that the headquarters or whatever?
The Walton family, the whole thing was originated in Arkansas, and for some reason, magically, when Bill Clinton was president for 8 years, Walmart became one of the most powerful corporations in the United States.
How do we feel about Walmart though? Because and part of me, I love getting lost in a Walmart. Right. I mean, it's like it's evil, but it's beautiful at the same time. I mean. Yes. I don't know.
They've killed all the mom and pop stores all across America, but at the same time, you can go get a basketball, a gun, and a bologna sandwich all in one place.
Deep fried. Triple fried.
They love fried bologna sandwiches.
Oh, man. All right, so I've gone from B to D on this one, says Woodrat EP.
Yeah.
It's bad for the climate. Mortal Kombat, Holden. I know. I used to play Mortal Kombat 2 at a Walmart with my buddy Pat in high school, so I'm going to have to give it at least a D. Some people are saying C, some people are saying D. I'm thinking most people are saying, Arkansas is ranked 43rd in education.
That's bad. That's bad.
I know that's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for me because I think school is lame.
Nice.
I think D is fine.
Wait,
I feel like we
Jake,
did Alabama.
Really cool.
I think we did Alabama fucking dirty, but I think D is fine for me. You guys
for Arkansas,
D?
yeah, I'm with you on that one. Arkansas is D.
All right, there you go. Arkansas is a D.
Yeah, it's only. I mean, the
Arkansas
redeeming qualities
bologna.
are the fried bologna, Bill Clinton, and Walmart.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, Walmart's a damnable hell as much as it's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, anyways, what we got next?
Ooh, Nebraska. Finally, something in the C tier for me.
Yeah,
Solid.
It's very middle of the road, right?
Middle of the
Everything
road.
about it. It's tumbleweeds. It's
corn.
It's quaintness.
It's football.
Corn.
It's
C
a lot
for
of
corn.
that. Also, the political history, kind of like Kansas and South Dakota. It did
Is
have
that John Brown territory?
No, John Brown. No, that was pre-Civil War. Mr. John Brown was. Nebraska is again those farm states that they were very progressive. They were very Democrat progressive. They were against the oligarchy that used to run America in the Gilded Age. So again, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska have progressive, populist, farm-driven policies and politics. So I like Nebraska for that reason.
For farm-driven policies, I'm about to go to sleep to death.
Well, you could go sleep in a cornfield in Nebraska. And
One thing I'd like to know, if people can tell us in chat, what bands or you know what I mean?
Sure.
Cool, what stuff came out of these places, because that will also change.
Warren Buffett.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the, what do they call him? The Sage of Omaha.
I'm starting to feel more than a C. 311 came from Nebraska. I'm starting to feel more than a C. Bright Eyes and Cursive. A lot
Bright
of
Eyes.
music.
Oh, I mean, MJ will definitely have a pro-Kansas turn,
Do we still
for Bright Eyes alone.
Have we said a negative thing about the state? I feel like it maybe should be more like a B. It's not a big standout, but...
Well, I think, sure, yeah.
Does anybody have some shit to say about Nebraska in chat?
About Nebraska, because it is just kind of, it's tucked in the middle there. And
fun, I mean, incredibly fascinating history with
it's
Bleeding
boring.
Kansas. What?
I mean, that's just what people are saying. It's boring. It's just not very interesting.
Fun city names: Topeka, Wichita. Fun,
that's
clearly
Kansas.
mispronounced Native American.
That's all
places.
Kansas, Jacob.
Oh, Nebraska. I'm looking at maybe it's not as good.
North. But Nebraska, a lot of people say it's like North Kansas.
All the places. All right, can you name some Nebraska towns? Because that was.
Can you give us a Nebraska sandwich?
No, I can't.
Nebraska bird sandwich.
A bird, anything. A fucking.
All right,
guy who lives
fine.
there.
Wow, I was just looking at Kansas this whole time, not even
totally
realizing
fine.
it.
No, the last state was Arkansas, so that's totally fair. Nebraska is North Kansas. A lot of people say that.
The Nebraska state bird is the western meadowlark, and honestly, a magnificent-looking avian friend.
That's gorgeous. Lincoln, Omaha. We've got. I mean, the thing is, it's boring, and it doesn't that start with a B. I feel like we can't say much shit about it. We can't talk too much shit about it.
Right.
And I love
sandwich.
Farm policies. I like what's the
farm-driven policies? You're
I
on
love
board with
farm-driven policy.
Finally.
I like it. Corn means maize.
Yes. Absolutely.
To indigenous people. So
I'm pushing for C.
Okay, I can settle for that.
Okay, let's go C. Just because it's boring, it's just a victim of its own boringness.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. What's next? Check what out? I don't know.
Hey!
You got your wish, Jake. You got your wish.
Wichita.
Name the towns again. Name the fucking towns again.
Can you name all the cool bands?
Wichita, Topeka, Lawrence,
we went
City.
to Kansas. We went to Kansas.
Also,
We had a good
Kansas
show in
City,
Kansas.
weed recreationally legal in Kansas.
That's huge.
That's
for
a
me.
plus.
Oh,
That's big
yeah.
for me.
And they defended abortion rights last year in the special August 2022 election.
Gotta love that. Always want to see it. Love to see
And
it.
it's a great college state, too. You got University of Kansas. You got Kansas State University. And I think that's it. Those are the only ones I know
Do
of.
they have any issues with Hispanic people?
No, not that I know,
they're
except that they
positive
do a
about
lot
them?
of great work there
Great.
agriculturally.
Wonderful. Good
Yes.
farm policy, farm fresh.
Farm-driven policies,
All
farm
right.
fresh,
Is there a
farm
whole,
to table.
Do they have Whole Foods?
They have half foods. They have,
All right,
they have
cool.
half foods there.
Charlie Parker and Melissa Etheridge. That's very
That's
good.
great.
In
Yeah.
the arms of the angel, indeed. Did she do that? I can't remember.
Yes.
That's Missouri, Kansas City. Yeah, it's the problem with Kansas City too.
It's
though.
in Missouri. Kansas City's in Missouri.
Yeah, or it's in both, isn't it? It's like
it's like in between. It's like
and they get mad if you fuck that up. You learn
They
these
really
things
do.
when you tour. They get mad.
We
at
were
you.
able to smoke weed because we were on the Kansas side of Kansas City.
oh yeah,
And
right,
then
right.
we could see on the state border there were a bunch of cops with like big nets
Just
waiting to
eyeballing
catch
you
us.
and binoculars,
Yeah.
just like there they are, those comedians.
Also, Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce as a Swiftie, that is swaying me a little
Well,
bit.
again, Kansas City more on the Missouri side, but you gotta love the
Oh
name
no! Wait, I
alone.
got it backwards. It was Missouri that was the good
You know
side.
what? Kind of fuck Kansas for that part, though. The Kansas City thing, kind of fuck it for that a little bit.
Well,
why
sure,
would you do that?
It's confusing. It confused Donald Trump at one point while he was president. I think
Yeah,
he
it's
said-
confusing.
Kansas City, Kansas, and then he had to delete the tweet or whatever.
Also, the whole Fandango says weed isn't legal in Kansas.
Yeah, no, I
abortion
fucked it up.
is-
I got it crisscrossed.
Jeez!
but abortion is. Jake's
I'm too busy looking at these majestic birds. I don't got my head
What's
in the
the
game.
Kansas
I will
bird?
push back on Jake when it comes to Wyoming, but I'm going to defend him here. Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, they're all right there. Arkansas is right there. They're all very similar, but I'm putting Kansas a step above Nebraska. I'm calling B tier on Kansas, not just for defending abortion rights last year. I thought
Again?
that was very important.
Thought that was
but a
good?
good, strong, farm-driven policy.
All right, what is
Progressive
What do they try? What is
history.
that?
Kansas was very important during to ending slavery.
What are these
Very good
policies,
history.
though? What's the farm policy? That they're-
Also, Wizard of Oz.
not,
Okay,
not in
I mean
Kansas
we're not
anymore.
in Kansas anymore. We should be in Kansas again because it's all about going back home. I'm
But
calling B
Kansas
tier, baby.
was black and white.
You know what?
Kansas-
I am moved. I am moved by Travis's
Alright.
appeal to Kansas. Looking at the sandwich list, Kansas's official sandwich is burnt ends on a bun.
Now we
That's
performed.
incredible.
We performed in the
That's
Kansas
awesome.
City that's in Kansas, right? Or
No, we performed in
didn't.
the Missouri side.
Okay, so what? Oh, but we never performed in Kansas.
so confusing.
No.
It's so fun.
We
This
drove-
is why I want to rank it down.
You
But
want to
maybe
make
I
it
should
down?
rank
It's not
Missouri
their
down
fault
for
that you're confused about it, sir.
It's fucking confusing, chat.
Sir?
Confusing, right? Confusing in chat.
Chat, tell us if we're right about B or C.
Oh,
I'll
and the
take either, but I
barbecue,
think
bro.
it's yeah, the barbecue.
The barbecue's hot. All right, cool. Let's give it a
Boom.
B.
B. Woo.
All right.
Tier.
Let's
I'll
give
go
it a
with
BBQ. That's what we'll do.
Oh, now things are gonna get a little
Spicy.
sticky. And a little
I mean,
spicy.
it's an entire country. It
Yeah,
has.
that's the problem. California
it's
is like
8
Florida.
states.
California is like way classier, better Florida.
Oh, California. Ooh.
Yeah, California.
Not perfect, but I'm gonna say A tier at least. I'm very proud
I
of
want to
this.
say S. I want to say
You're
S.
saying
Well,
Perfect.
let's get into it. Some people are saying S. Some people are saying fuck LA, which I totally get, and I live here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
so
Jake
let's
is an
break it down.
outsider to California. How do you
Yeah.
feel it really is like the epitome of what America could be?
I had every time I've gone, I understand it's been under incredibly ideal circumstances in which I've been paid to be a silly man in front of hundreds of strangers who like me.
Aw.
So obviously I'm a little biased, but I had a great time in San Francisco. I had a great time in San Diego. I love visiting my friends in LA. The different the climates are fun. I haven't been there when it's been on fire, so I don't know that side of it.
I mean, yeah, I kind of haven't had a bad time with the fire either. We did experience
it's a
our
little
first
smoky.
earthquake. We do have to talk about that though. The
Earthquakes and
fires and the
smoke.
earthquakes.
Yeah, no.
Is
The
the natural
natural
disaster
disasters, like you were
situation is pretty crazy out
and
here.
some people don't like the politics or in certain
and all
parts of the
the
city.
what about all the pedophiles that live in Hollywood?
Right.
I mean, we
right,
have to
right,
acknowledge
right.
it. You know what I mean?
And Gavin
It's-
Newsom also. A lot of people don't like
A lot of
him.
people don't like him. I
Newsom
kind of like that he
Gavin.
was overly making everyone stay in masks. I like that. I'd rather be in a place that's overly doing that than underly
doing that.
Personally.
Sure.
Because I just like to err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? Let's
Right.
talk Redwood Forest.
Right.
You've
right.
got San Diego's one of the best towns, right? People agree. San Francisco is kind of a shit show these days. You got Disneyland, you got Universal Studios, you've got
Mount Shasta.
Mount Shasta Mexican food is incredible. I don't even know Mount Shasta. I just went with that, but whatever.
It's
We'll
north.
just keep it rolling.
It's up in north. Sonny Bono was a congressman from here.
Yeah, we got to give points for Sonny Bono.
That's what I'm saying.
There
If you
you
can
go.
elect that guy, the beat does go on.
I think people who
He
hate it,
impregnated
hate it.
Cher, the ultimate goal of every man who's ever been alive.
You also have
Right.
you have the desert and the forest. You've
And
got
the mountains.
beaches and mountains. You've kind of got, you can get to
It's
all
so
of it in
long.
California.
It's
so long.
it's all there.
It's the 5th largest economy in the actual world.
Right,
Even if
right.
it wasn't included with the rest of the U.S.
I mean, so much of the biggest entertainment, and talk about the music. I mean, how
the
much
culture.
incredible music. I mean,
culture, baby.
I would totally give it an S, but I feel like biased for sure, obviously. But that's the funny thing is, like, LA does not feel like my town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I live out here. I like stuff about it. So I'm not sitting here being like, I'm an LA person. I love LA, so it has to be California. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not feeling like that. I'm not feeling like that at all.
No, like Tirza, yeah.
All right, like Tirza was just being.
Well, that could be it. Maybe because it's not perfect, we don't give it an S, but certainly an A. I think it's really up there. It's especially for people who come to visit America, the country, who are not from here. They all love California.
I'm going to say this right now. I think it's S. I mean, chat is covering the
I agree.
Spread here.
I
They're
agree.
covering the spread.
All right, it's S. Take it S. It's S.
Wow, we're giving
Chat, if you want to
California,
veto it, we can put it up. We can put it
right
up.
there
But I have
where
too many
I'm
people
from.
saying S in chat to deny it.
California.
All right, it's a good one. All right, is anyone upset about that? Let me know. But it looks like everybody's in agreement. All
Everyone
right,
agrees. All right, cool.
all right, California. And I
No,
give it rockin'. All right, Montana, bitches. I like Montana.
I'm pro
Montana,
Montana.
yeah, and
Montana's a big boy. Montana's
cooler.
a lovable big boy.
I dig
every
Montana,
year.
man.
It gets cooler every year. There are parts of Wyoming that, like Jake said, are shitty that kind of merge into Montana. But for the most part, you got John Tester, one of the coolest senators in the entire country. He was in a tractor accident. He's only got he does this with his hand. That's the kind of hand he's got.
Okay.
He's missing fingers.
Wait, you're saying a good thing about Montana or you're saying a bad
dude,
thing about Montana?
He's badass. This is a good thing. John Tester's a good Democrat.
Who else came from
senator.
Montana? Who came out of Montana? Like what musicians or whatever came out of Montana?
Reggie Watts. Reggie Watts
Is
is from Montana.
That
Yeah.
immediately makes me want to be
I
like
know.
that guy. No state could, only a great state could create such a kind, good,
Loving person like Reggie Watts. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, it
Plenty
is
of
the
bison.
cooler.
Love me a bison.
Love
Right.
the bison, and like Jake said, most of Yellowstone is in Montana. They also just gained a congressional seat because so many people are actually moving there.
What about
because it is so desirable?
What about weather though?
It get cold?
It gets cold
It
as
gets
hell,
cold.
right?
It
It
gets
gets
Big,
cold.
big cold.
It get
Big
cold.
cold. Okay,
Yeah.
but just like think about
Big sky
Holden,
country though.
look at the shape of Montana. I cannot stress this enough. Montana is such a pleasing shape. He's a
Yes.
wide boy.
Yes.
He's a wide boy,
what
but
a
he's
great-
not
He's a
just a
wide
boring
feller.
And
square.
by the way, what a great name for a
Montana.
big,
Yeah.
thick state,
Montana.
Montana. That
I've
makes,
never set foot in that state. This is just on vibes. I love
Yeah.
Montana.
You love
Ah,
Montana.
David Lynch was born in Montana. Montana gave us Twin
Ooh,
Peaks. But
wow.
also L. Ron Hubbard is from there.
Well, that
Two
puts it in
great
B.
creators.
That puts it in B
Two
category.
brilliant creators
They
of
were
their
good
own
writers.
time.
Yeah, sure.
David Lynch,
Yeah,
Montana.
Battlefield Earth. I mean, listen,
And also,
say what you will about
is-
the religion. Battlefield Earth's a banger.
Is Twin Peaks set in? I'm gonna feel. Is it Twin Peaks, Ida, or is it set in Montana?
I don't know.
No.
I thought it was in California.
Yeah, or
I thought it
something.
was
But anyways,
California.
all right. But either way, I think are we going S again?
No way. No.
No,
I'm gonna,
not
I'm
an
gonna
S,
fight
not
for
an S.
B
A.
on Montana.
Really? You
Yeah.
name a shitty thing, dude. It's
I
cold.
can't.
It gets cold.
Yeah, you're right. I think maybe we're
If
talking
you can't
A.
name some shit, does anyone
Well,
want to talk some shit about
all right.
Montana
No, they
in
do
chat?
they do have some wacky
It's set in
Republican.
Washington. Yeah,
Yeah,
Twin
they
Peaks.
have some wacky Republican politicians there who are doing not cool things. That's my only pushback on Montana.
It's hot
They
and
need to
it's-
get the Republicans under control.
It's hot and it's on fire for one side of the year, but we can say that about California. We just ranked it an S.
Yeah.
Never forget David Lynch also spent time in Philly. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he wrote fucking the Eraserhead because of how horrible Philly was. No, that was Detroit. He lived in Detroit because of that. All right. I'm glad Travis is here, says Ren. And what else? I swear to God, if California is the only A, or the only S is not going to be. I think. What do we go?
Yeah,
A?
there'll be more S's.
Let's
on
go.
there.
A
I think
with
A.
Montana.
We're going
I
A
think
on
A is
Montana?
healthy, dude.
All right.
All right.
So Montana, Vermont, different kinds of A's, but both very solid A's.
Very solid A's. I just think it's not splashy enough. You know what I mean? It just,
Yeah, it just when you Republicans run everything in your state,
right. It gets a little rough. You gotta take a step back and take a breath. Yeah. All right. What's next? Michigan. I like Michigan.
Ooh,
dude.
Michigan. We've got some
right.
Michiganders in here right now.
Yeah, it's big for Tears.
Oh, no, hold on.
Tears' moment.
I won't allow the football. You can't talk football in here, Tears. You can support Michigan. I like Michigan. My grandparents lived in Michigan. I spent many summers in Michigan. But oh no, see you're hitting me right where it hurts. When the football, University of Michigan, by the way, just got busted by ESPN for cheating.
Right. What are we doing? What is
in
this?
What is
this? That's a reflection of the
league
state.
games. They will be brought to justice. The Harbaugh brothers will be brought to justice.
Unbelievable.
But beyond
what's happening right
their
now.
University of football teams, Michigan's very beautiful, and they got a great Democratic governor and all Democrat legislature, and they defend women's rights, and they got weed rights. Michigan is pretty darn cool, and they got tons of lakes.
I loved, we were really charmed when we went to Royal Oak, Michigan recently to perform. We were incredibly charmed by that place. It was, and we were like, should we move here? And really talk. It was just such a sweet.
A genuine giddy thrill every time we spoke to someone in Michigan and they did the hand thing. They were like,
Yeah,
"Oh
right,
yeah,
they
you're
I
here."
love the hand thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, they really do that."
Yes,
Oh my
It's
yes.
a little mitten.
goodness.
It's a little mitten.
Yeah.
People
And then
are
it's got
moving back.
the Upe.
But yeah, you bring up a
the
good
Upper
point.
Peninsula.
But there's two fucking filthy blemishes on that state.
Uh-oh.
You've got Detroit and more importantly, Flint.
Oh, Michael
Fuck
Moore's
you.
hometown.
No fucking way.
That's
Michael's
not
Moore's
not
hometown.
Michigan's fault.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just,
that.
Flint is fucked. Detroit, I think you can make an argument for. You know what I mean? I thought Detroit was pretty great when I went. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But people do talk about the roving packs of dogs and the
Right.
men who
Wait.
said,
We gotta talk about musical influence, especially out of Detroit.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely.
I
huge.
see
Stooges.
today.
Motown.
It's St. Cloud
Motown.
Posse,
All
my
Motown.
fucking favorite group
Yeah.
of all time, dude.
No.
I agree. No, Michigan. That's the thing. Michigan's been really solid. Really good.
Huge for music.
With the
Huge for
with the
music. I'm
exception
not
of
gonna rank
Flint.
it low because of Flint, but
Right.
my name is Kid. I mean, it's got it
And
all.
then they
You
have
know
Kid
what I mean?
Rock. Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
Holden, how
Ford.
do you feel about the kind of fucked vibes at our Pontiac show? It was a weird place,
Pontiac was just a weird place. It was covered in a
it's
mist.
a city named for a car.
It was covered in like
what
a
do you
spooky
expect?
mist. You know what I
You
mean?
guys should have gone to Buick,
But
Michigan.
the
It's much
people
nicer.
were kind, but it was definitely out there for sure.
No, I'm from Ohio.
Yaktown is
Ohio,
fucking
Michigan
crazy.
Ohio and Michigan are supposed to have this beef, this historical beef, because there was a border war back in the early 1800s between the Michigan and Ohio militias over Toledo. In hindsight, we should just let Michigan have Toledo. But with all that being said, I think Michigan's doing everything right in my book. I don't know if it's S tier, but at least A. You gotta
I
give it at
could give
least
it
A
a
right
B
now.
or an A. Flint, man. Come on. What do you got to say about it? Have 5 seconds on Flint.
Michael Moore's from Flint, so you're right. It's terrible. Sorry, Michael Moore.
All
I
right,
used
what
to
do we
like him.
say? Jake, I might have to leave this up to you, buddy. What do you think?
Give it an A. Give it an A. It's definitely better than Kansas. I don't know if it's as
Definitely
cool as
better than
California.
Kansas.
What's
better than
chat
Kansas.
saying?
I'm saying it is
A
interesting.
or A?
All of our northern border states there, Montana, Vermont, and Michigan, all share a border with Canada, and they're all A tier.
Well,
I think Canada's a positive.
Is
issue.
Canada
a lot of
S
A's
tier?
and some B's. I'm seeing a lot of A's and some B's.
I'm going
I'd say
to
A,
fight for A, and I'm
A.
saying as an Ohio person, I'm fighting for A right now in Michigan.
All right, cool. All right, A all day. All right, let's make it A. I also don't want to piss off Tears, though, all right? Because that's going to fuck everybody up if we get
That's
Tears.
a wise.
You don't want Tears
They
to
have
get
powers.
mad.
Yeah, Tearzo is legally allowed to murder people in this building, so we're
Tears
not.
from Clown Lake, the
We are
biggest
not
lake
gonna
of
be doing
clowns
that.
in Michigan.
Yeah, we're not gonna be messing with that. Here we go. We've got what's next? All right, this is a fucking
heartbreaker. A real
rough one,
heartbreaker.
dude.
This one's a roller
It could've
coaster.
been-
Stinker.
What could have been? What could have been with Texas? My God.
We've
How
got
much?
F's and
Okay,
D's.
here's the question. Here's the real question.
Yeah.
How much rampant, disgusting hatred and darkness of the human spirit
Yeah.
can be counteracted by Buc-ee's? It's Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's.
I don't even know. Tirzo's not having it, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You know what? Two of the worst venues we played were in Texas.
Texas?
Yeah,
Really?
the Dallas venue, the stage was too small, and the tech person was rude.
And Dallas took away one of our most beautiful Irish presidents as well.
And in Austin, the fucking sound guy, remember, he was such a dick to me. He was such an asshole.
Yeah.
I was trying to be so nice. He was so mean.
Truly contemptible.
He was so mad that I wasn't in a rock band or something. I don't know what was going on.
You
He
are
was
in a rock
so
band,
mad.
and it's called the Cowman.
Thank
Hold on,
you,
let me-
Travis. There you go. They have to get really awkwardly positioned. That. Yeah, there. Finally, we got it.
Listen
Listen to the Cowman.
Hold still.
Listen to the Cowman. The final EP came out a little while ago, actually.
Really
good times.
And I love the early stuff as well. There's Buc-ee's.
There's Buc-ee's. There's Buc-ee's. I
So
love
many
a Buc-ee's.
snacks
So it's a store.
in a building.
So you're trying to rank Texas higher because of a store.
Also, does Austin save it? Austin's fucking awesome, and I love it so much.
Austin
but so
is
many
really
fucking
cool. Keep it
douchebags
weird.
have been flocking there for the past. Oh, it's not
Yeah.
weird, but it's not
No,
weird.
but that's the thing. It's keep Austin weird.
Right.
And now, unfortunately, it's getting
It's
too
not
weird
weird,
because of
yeah,
all
yeah.
the edgelords moving there. And politically, obviously, completely effed again in terms of Greg Abbott, their crazy attorney general who's going to be indicted or impeached or both at this point. The entire legislature, they've done cruel things to women and immigrants.
The
in
grid.
Texas.
I mean, come on. They can't even. That craziness with the grid and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if they could secede tomorrow, they would. I mean,
Right.
it's-
And it is the only one of our 50 American states that was once its own country. And we all saw how that went.
And we have
They joined our
Woodrat
union.
EP does make a compelling argument for, oh God, I lost it, but saying, oh, well, whatever. They said the Texas is quintessentially American. The history is pivotal. Texas peeps have big personalities. When they're good, they're great. The stars at night are big and bright.
Oh, wow.
Deep in the fucking heart.
I couldn't. Why did that happen? I didn't want to do that.
Also,
Right.
we've got Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. I mean, come on. I mean,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
right.
the
That was
basement
in
of the
Texas.
Alamo.
the basement of the Alamo.
Oh, right. And I do man, when I was a kid, I used to love the Alamo. I've watched all three of the Alamo movies, John Wayne's and the one with Alec Baldwin, and then that other one that no one has ever seen.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. I'll never forget the Alamo.
I think we've got to go. People are saying C or D. I don't think
not
it's an
C.
F because
I think
there's-
it's a D.
I think it's a D.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
redeemable things about it, but those things aren't shining through the way they could.
We were shocked MJ never got gay bash. You know what I mean? The whole time we were like, when's it going to happen? You know what I mean? And those venues were mean to us. But I had such good barbecue.
The food, the music, and I'm going to say a lot of the people, the majority of the people are good in Texas, but we just, again, get your Republicans under control.
Absolutely. Woodrat says it's a B. I'm so sorry, Woodrat. I could maybe follow you down this alley, this avenue if you were co-hosting with me, but I'm with these guys. You know what I mean? All right, I'm on a list. I'm on the Los's list right now. And Popcorn Ceiling's saying veto balloon. So we might put Texas up to a veto balloon poll here in just a minute. Chat does have a veto. I'll tell you what.
But what would it get bumped up to? C? Tops?
C, yeah, it'd get bumped up to a C tops. I'll tell you what, Jake, would you mind setting up
I'm putting it up.
Put a poll
Here we
out
go.
to see if we want to veto Texas up or down. That's
Or
the
down.
risk you take with this.
See, I don't think it's as bad as Alabama, though. That's the thing. I think
I
there
mean,
are good
I'm
things
so
about
sad
Texas.
because literally Amber was like, please do not, these two states do not rank them as low as I think you're going to rank them. And we immediately put it at F. All right, Oregon's next.
Oh, Oregon's fantastic.
I like Oregon. Oregon's fucking
very
wonderful,
great.
dude. Portland's cool. I mean, I think Portland has its issues actually, but I had such a good time there.
Tirso got high in
Tirso
Oregon.
got high. It gets high as fuck, dude. That's the fun thing about Tirso. Well, that's the thing. Tirso gets high, and the clown makeup just pops up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
yeah.
fun.
That's how the makeup is applied.
I'm
you know what I
thinking
mean?
Oregon's close to S tier. I don't want to say all West Coast states are just automatically S tier, but Oregon has led the way on legalizing weed. They've legalized psilocybin mushrooms.
It's
for
absolutely beautiful.
recreation. It's very beautiful.
So much good
coastal.
music. So much good culture coming out of there.
Those amazing. Have you seen the Studio Ghibli ass ads for Oregon? They have
No.
these incredibly beautiful animated tourism ads that make me want to cry every time I watch them.
What arguments
State
against?
sandwich.
Yeah.
State sandwich, fried chicken biscuit sandwich, bacon, cheese, gravy, and an egg on top of fried chicken. That actually sounds incredible.
That sounds amazing.
That bumped it up.
Yeah,
for me.
that bumps it up. And of course, yeah, everything you said about Portland, but even like Western Oregon is very beautiful. You got your cities of Eugene. You got the Oregon Trail. That's where it finishes. It's in Oregon. That's why they call the whole trail after it.
Hey, Candace Gray,
it's top tier for me.
Candace Gray, thank you for the gifted sub. I want to shout out the subs again. Please sub to the channel. All subs greatly appreciated. Keep the channel going. Keep us able to provide this stream to you week in and week out. You know what I'm saying? Fucking smoke weed every day.
Are they even following? Hit the follow button.
Hit that button.
follow.
Smash
Hit
follow.
that smash button.
Smash the subscribe.
Hit that
Smash follow.
Smash
and
the smash
your
button.
old broad tonight too.
Oh
that
my
old
God, don't
lady
do
you've been
that.
living with.
Don't
no,
do
no,
that.
in a sexual way.
Consensual,
have
sure.
sex by that. That's there you go.
Yeah.
Smack that
slap her
clown.
around. I don't know why you're slapping the clown when I'm saying smash your old broad.
No, that's how clowns express love.
That's
That's
how
how
clowns
clowns.
express love.
That's how
Yeah.
clowns do.
All right. Did the poll
Texas
end?
not going
mate.
anywhere. No
Not going
veto.
anywhere.
No
So
veto.
sorry, dude. I gave you a chance, bros.
No veto
Who
in
feel
Texas.
strongly
Staying in the
about
D
it.
range, right? Where it
Staying
belongs.
right in D, which
Also,
I agree. I was just
hold
glad
on.
it didn't get voted down. Yeah.
Also for pro Oregon, the home of my beloved clicky clacky fidgety tool, the Leatherman. The Leatherman, born
Leatherman.
and
Whoa.
manufactured in
Wow.
Oregon to this
Wow.
day.
Hey, Lulzy Savant, thank you for the 5
Whoa!
subs, bro. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Just asked my partner if I
I
could
love you,
smash the
Lulzy
clown.
Savant.
Just asked my partner if I could smash the clown, and they said, without me again, I don't know what that means. So here we go. I mean, I might say Oregon's a fucking S.
I think it's
fools.
right. I can't think of anything
Ooh.
bad about it. I'm thinking politically, it's
Yeah.
solidly Democrat.
Can you say some
they have
bad
the,
shit?
the openly gay lesbian governor. I mean, it's all around a good time in
Gay,
Oregon.
pan, trans.
They've got everybody, and mushrooms are completely legal now.
Do they have people of color?
Well,
Not a lot.
not a lot. Again, you're looking at a Vermont.
And outside of
problem there.
Oregon, I mean, outside of Portland, it's pretty backwater.
It's pretty because you get into Western Oregon, it kind of turns more into Idaho.
No,
so
but
it
the
could
history
be,
is rough. Are we more like an A?
It may be more. I mean, if we're giving Vermont an A because it has too many white people, then Oregon definitely might fit into that bill. Yeah.
I mean, not that that's all we weigh it on, but
Sure.
all right. I say we give it an A. I think.
Let's give it an A. Absolutely. Another great northern state.
What's
right up
S
there.
though? I can't believe California's the only S. I mean, California though also is on fire so much and shit. You know what I mean?
California just has so much of stuff
Of it,
that
yeah.
like all the positives just stack and stack. It's
Yeah.
like it's unfair
Yeah.
because California is a
I bet
country
I'll
within
give
itself.
Colorado an S, but let's see what's next.
Ooh,
All right,
Colorado
what's
could
yeah,
very
yeah,
well
yeah.
be an S.
All right,
Absolutely.
let's fucking go, bitches. North Carolina
Oh!
fucking rules,
Oh,
dude.
hold it,
North
Naders.
Carolina
Oh.
fucking
Love
rules. You know
Asheville.
what?
Love
You know what?
Asheville.
Look, I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was fine. I mean, I think it was a great way to grow up. You know what I mean?
sure.
I in terms it's very family oriented. I
Beautiful
definitely
state.
like fled Charlotte as fast as I could, but that was just because it was too normal. I needed to be around the grime and the crust. I needed to be around dudes with leather jackets, flipping switchblades, and you know what I mean, snapping and dancing with people. You know what I mean, for fighting and stuff. So I had to move, but it is a wonderful place, North Carolina. Raise up, take your shirt off,
take your
spin
shirt
around
off,
your
put
head
it
like a
like
helicopter,
a
North
helicopter.
Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raise up,
Whoa,
take your shirt off,
Tizo!
spin around your head.
Whoa, Tizo loves North Carolina.
All right, okay.
So many beautiful Wilmington. You got your film industry in Wilmington. That's where they used to shoot Dawson's Creek.
Okay,
you
this
got
is-
from the east to the west. Asheville's a beautiful city as well. They're in
Love
the mountains.
Love Asheville.
All right, this is my argument for North Carolina.
Let's hear it.
And this is what I love about it. All right, perfect weather seasonally. It's got 4 very well balanced seasons. If anything, politically, it is kind of considered like the new South. I know it's still pretty Republican leaning, but it kind of has this feeling of like we're more progressive than South Carolina, which is
It's
a
in
fucking
play
trash
on the
state.
national level.
South
It's in
Carolina's
play.
a dog shit state, right? North Carolina, amazing state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to live there their whole lives. Like, in fact, I was like one of the rare people who were like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I need to see somebody fucking smoking crack, getting a blowjob or whatever, because I want to fucking, I want to live.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it
no,
was
I want to
pretty
move
cool.
to North Carolina. No, a bunch of Ohio people move to North Carolina to retire. The weather is very temperate.
You got the mountains, you got the beach,
mountains, you got the beach,
you got all that California shit, but you have real seasons, so you get to experience the fall, the winter, but like in a good way, like not in a shitty way. Charlotte itself, it gets like one solid snow a year. It's never too crazy. It never outweighs its welcome with all this kind of stuff.
What's the beautiful island chain there on the coast that everyone vacations at as well?
Outer Banks. You've got Outer Banks. You also have to get kind of like almost
beautiful.
like a Florida Keysy kind of thing going on. You also have Asheville. Asheville fucking rules.
I love Asheville.
Liberal
Jake and I
hippie-
both have vouched for Asheville.
Dude,
Fully.
it is like a craft
so-
brewery, fucking weed smoking heaven.
like
great music.
Magic
Everyone's
crystals
doing-
in the hills. How cool that place
It's
is.
so awesome. Like that town rules. I'm not saying we have to rank it S. It definitely has its issues.
I
but,
mean,
like,
there is black people.
yes,
Huh?
there is black people.
diverse.
For
but
sure.
if they don't vote, then the state goes Republican, and that
And it is, I will say,
that
it
the one
is like
thing.
a Get Out thing. All the white people did hypnose them and all that stuff. But no, but it,
very gerrymandered politically.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, just well, you have a Democrat governor there in North Carolina, Roy Cooper, but the legislature and the Supreme Court, they've kind of redistricting, they rig it, and it makes it gerrymandered in favor of Republicans unfairly.
I will say, it has plenty of issues. I mean, classically, we just did our episode on Guar, on Wish and the Bruiser, and they were kicked out of Charlotte for many years for putting out
Their
a
giant rubber penis.
Yeah,
yes, giant rubber penis that shoots fake.
It is a fish, and we know this.
It's
It
a
is not a
cuttlefish.
penis.
It's
It is a
beautiful.
scuttlefish. So I don't know.
It's got a lot of great. So you got Duke, you got North Carolina, Michael Jordan.
You got Michael Jordan. You got UNC.
Sports.
You got the college
I feel like
sports
we're
thing
sold.
is
We're
insane.
sold.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't go lower
I'm
than a
going
B.
A.
I'm very happy to go A. It definitely
I'm
isn't
going
like
A.
perfect, but I would love.
It's redeemable. It's
Yeah.
redeemable.
It's
It's not
redeemable.
S,
Hold
but
in.
it's very, very
It's
good.
your show. It's your show. You can make your state a nice state.
I think it's a cool place. I'm happy I'm from there. I like
he's
going
happy
back
he didn't,
there.
Yeah, you don't want to live there right now.
I would consider it eventually. Like I've definitely thought about moving to Asheville, and I mean the beautiful thing about it, unlike California kind of has this. Like in North Carolina, if you move to the right part of North Carolina, you are within 3 miles of a really cool mountainous area and a beautiful beach.
It's really
area. You know what I mean?
Very beautiful.
I was once kissed by a random girl in a bar in North Carolina. It
That
seems
does
okay to
happen,
me.
too.
Says bored with NUI.
Ennui.
Thank you so much.
The French emotion.
Ennui. All right, here we go. What do we got? We're rolling now. What do we got next?
We're rolling. Oh, Alaska. Ooh, I will vouch. I will vouch for Alaska.
Really?
I have been there.
Because it's your plan B if things don't work
That's
out.
where I'm going, baby. I mean, obviously the weather, it takes a big chunk because it's like, it's only sunny for an hour in the winter, and then it's like all sun in the summer. So, your season, if you're a seasons person and a good weather person, Alaska, you probably, if you don't like Sarah Palin, but Alaska's very cool. It is actually very progressive. It's a state that's got ranked choice voting. They got legalized weed. They have fully legalized abortion. If you're
They got communism because you get money just for living there.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that is a big part of it. I liked, and when I went there, man, I had that sweet Alaskan snow crab fresh out of the ocean. It was so tasty. And again, just Juneau might have been one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to.
Really?
The bald eagles, they're like pigeons there. They're just, you see one fly over and you're like, my God, USA, what a beautiful country. I'm so proud to be from here. I just want to put on my glasses and wear my hat. And then you look over the dumpster, there's a bunch of bald eagles hanging out by the dumpster eating trash, which is also very American.
I gotta halt everything right now. We got Brooks Huey in chat saying Holden looking scrumptious tonight, dude. Yo, what's up?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to stop the presses.
fucking
Stop the
get
presses
it.
here.
That was we're
Get it.
stopping.
Get it.
You were like, before we go any
Like a
further,
snack.
someone thinks I'm bangable.
I may be ruthlessly
that.
married,
Look at
right?
that
Yeah,
close-up
there you
on
go.
there. Yeah, look at that
Get in
snack.
there.
Get it
Look
all
at
in
that
that snack. Well, these are very high definition cameras. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
With our setup here. Wow, what a snack. Your mouth is the snack.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I am kind of a slice right now, aren't I? I don't just fucking want to rip it off the pizza and fucking eat it all. And I'm talking Hawaiian bitches. We're talking ham and pineapple, you fucks. Alaska, I mean,
The fact that it is just this giant chunk of the planet Earth that is not
large.
contiguous with anything.
Yeah, it's as large as all the other 48 states combined.
Modest Hedgehog, is this something I've said, or are you just saying this randomly in chat? Modest Hedgehog says, let's be honest, if I have the flexibility to suck my own cock, I'm going to. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your own labor. Is that...
Is this regarding Alaska?
I don't know.
They used channel points to highlight that. They really wanted us to know.
Well, that settles it.
Yeah, people are saying it as oil. I mean, are we just fucking putting everything at A at this point? I mean, at the same time, it sounds like the weather might be a little shit.
Weather.
Yeah, no, I feel like we got to bump Alaska down a little.
You want to give it a B? Maybe we put it more in the B range?
I say it's more in the B range.
C?
No, not C. I will defend it from being
what
a
sucks,
C.
What sucks about Alaska?
It's not as bad as Nebraska. I'd say, it's more equal to Kansas. I'd say but I mean, there's a lot of good things about Alaska too. I don't know.
All right. You have more first-hand experience.
But you're right. We can't just be giving out A's willy-nilly here. So let's go B.
It's a solid B.
We'll go solid B.
All right. What do we got next? Connecticut. All right, Connecticut is next.
That's
very white.
I'm not a fan.
Very white.
I'm not a fan.
Connecticut has some real fuckers in it, right? Isn't that kind of the thing with Connecticut? Like, it should be more beloved, but there's just everyone's got like a fucking edge.
The bastard child of New York and New England,
right?
Full of mobsters and corrupt officials, and nothing going on really.
Right. Here
it's
we go.
Just this weird little. It does look like a speech balloon in shape.
From
if I wanted to talk, I would use Connecticut to contain my words.
From Merm Sierra Ruffles, I'm a fucker from Connecticut. Okay, so yeah, it seems like Connecticut's for fuckers. Actually, the state's slogan, says Kyle.
Oh, what's the state sandwich, Jake, on the Connecticut?
State sandwich for Connecticut.
Dill? Is it just dill on bread?
Wow. By the way, Pepper Jack.
That can't be right.
Pepper Jack in chat says, honestly, this is a bangable gang, Tirzo included. We're all fucking lighting them up right now, boys. Isn't that amazing?
Tirzo included, too.
That's incredible, yeah. Wow. It's the nutmeg state. Hillary, do you like Connecticut? Hillary's OG from Connecticut. Do you like Connecticut? Oh, lobster rolls. They're better in
Connecticut?
They're better in Maine, yeah.
Yeah, they're better
That's
in
what
Maine.
I was confused when on the list it said, and it specified hot lobster roll, which is weird.
Yeah.
That it's specifically you need the hot meat on a Connecticut lobster.
What are the towns in Connecticut? What are the
Connecticut
cities?
style.
What are the cities?
Well, you got New Haven. That's where Yale is. That's Skull and Bones. So Connecticut gave us Skull
that's
and
a
Bones.
negative.
Negative. Sandy Hook. There was a big school shooting there. That's bad.
I know fucking Sandy Hook, Travis.
Those are things are bad.
Hartford, home of the Whalers.
Hartford of the Whalers. Yeah, the great hockey team. Very interesting. It's, in terms of the New England states, it's certainly one of the less iconic. And like you were saying, I remember living in New York. You're right. All the tech bros and the finance bros that worked down in Lower Manhattan, they would all hop on that train and they would go off to Connecticut for all their tax benefits and everything. So
Budbeck says defunct Whalers.
Yeah, the Whalers, rest in peace. They're no longer a team, but Hartford Whalers was a big hockey team back in the day that Jake was referencing.
Lots of small, quaint towns. I mean, it's not like shit. It's
right.
not like
New England
shit.
is cool, but it's just like
kind
in terms
of
of New England.
I'm saying if you're dealing if your currency is quaintness, Connecticut is not that rich in quaintness. There are much deeper veins of quaint autumnal vibes that you can draw from.
Because New England is pretty cool as a whole, but what does Connecticut really bring to the table?
Ren says, I'm from New England, and it's a big F. Even the fun mobsters retired in Rhode Island.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not ranked high, but I don't know if it's a fucking F, dude.
Right.
I say C for Connecticut.
I'm gonna fight for a C. If Jake's going D, I'm going to fight for C. C is for Connecticut. You can't spell Connecticut without 3 C's. That's actually another bad thing in my book.
Wow,
That's too many C's.
Merms,
all right, wait.
Ruffles says, fuck you, Jake.
Wow.
So people are getting the
The
pitchforks out.
first subway location was in Connecticut.
Subway sandwiches?
So that's a negative.
Right.
Yeah, that's a negative.
That's a negative.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying.
I'm going C. It's got 3 C's in the name alone. I think.
Let's put it into a poll to chat. This is a poll. This is a poll for chat. Let's put a poll for
right.
chat. C or D for Connecticut. Let's put the poll link. You rock the poll and we can start talking about the next state. We'll let them decide. All right. C or D for Connecticut. It's too heated online. I can't. It's too heated in chat.
It's too heated?
Yeah.
On Connecticut?
All right, Connecticut. What are we ranking it? Let's move on. What do we got next? We'll wait for the. We'll leave it to chat. South Carolina's a dog shit state.
dog
Charleston's
shit.
cool,
Dog
but it's
shit.
fucking filth, dirty.
Oh, but Holden, the Palmettos, man, the Palmettos.
Yeah,
Nothing,
the Palmetto.
dude. Nothing
Clemson.
about it.
What about Clemson?
Nothing about it. If you're in South Carolina, you either need to keep going down to Georgia, you need to go up to North Carolina. But you don't
In
stick
terms
around.
of the
That
Carolinas,
does sound.
yeah, if you're ranking Carolinas, North is always
Yeah,
better
a lot,
than South.
A lot of crack.
South is still so racist there. They do have, now I have heard that one of the most beautiful
Dirty trash
cities
state, indeed.
on the coast there is Charleston, but Charleston was one of the biggest ports of bringing in enslaved people from across the ocean. They bring them to Charleston, and they apparently, for historical context, have left this entire square and area of Charleston completely as it used to be for some reason.
Dude, chat is going off right now in the best way.
Yeah,
Brittany
nobody
says I was born
likes
there, and my sister lives there, and I still say F tier. Myrtle
Lindsey
Beach
Graham?
is a shitty version of other. But I mean,
Lindsey
hey,
Graham is one of the senators from there.
all
That tells
I
you you
remember
need to know.
about South Carolina was I could go there to get fireworks and rent Faces of Death from the shitty mom and pop movie place. It's an evil place.
Pretty
It's a
cool.
wrong place. You know what I mean?
That's one of the
Connecticut
cooler
is
things.
D, by the way. It's a D for Connecticut.
All right, Connecticut's a
D?
D.
32,
Oh.
32 people
You
Can I
can
voted
use
for
your
that.
veto
balloon.
veto?
Yeah,
Can I
use
use my
it.
veto?
Yeah, use your veto balloon.
Yeah, I'm going to use my veto
All
finally.
right, use the veto balloon.
Let's pump Connecticut
Did
up
you
to
use
a
it, or
C.
maybe you didn't? Oh, you already used it.
Oh,
You already used it.
Tirzo.
Tirzo speaks, by the way. Wow.
Tirzo talks. Well, I didn't know.
No, the kayfabe. That was a different person off mic that did
So
that.
somebody
All right, I'll
else.
consider. I still have mine. I'll consider it for you,
You
Travis.
should, yeah, because Connecticut doesn't
one-
deserve
one
it.
pro.
South Carolina.
One pro for
One pro. Yeah, what do you got on pro for South Carolina?
state bird of South Carolina, the Carolina wren. Great bird, lovely little bird, great song.
Yeah, but that could be
Love
North
a
Carolina's
Carolina
too.
wren.
I do like Charleston.
No,
but that's
North
not
Carolina
enough.
is the Northern Cardinal. Weirdly enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. North Carolina's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful state bird.
Beautiful state bird.
Fuck South Carolina. I don't know if I'm going to give it a full F, but I could. I mean, I think people will be
I
fine in
can't think
chat.
of anything. I mean, we're looking at Alabama style history of racism. Racist policies still exist in South Carolina. It's right up there for being.
Hey, yeah,
being
Charleston's
bad.
whatever. You know, I had fonder memories as a kid, and they have that cool like open air market bullshit or
Yeah, but
whatever.
the open
and
air
the-
market, that's where they used to have all the
Yeah,
slaves.
so they used to fucking
Exactly.
sell humans or whatever. So yeah,
Right.
fuck it, it's
Fuck
F.
Seth. I think it's F.
Yeah.
I think it's F. Suck on that, South
F is
Carolina.
fuck you.
Lindsey Graham, ham and biscuits,
I'm so
y'all.
thrilled to be on
Ham.
this street right now, ranking North Carolina
Ham
A,
and biscuits,
and
y'all.
fucking South Carolina F.
Ham and
Fuck
biscuits,
all
y'all.
y'all. That's amazing.
That's great.
Doesn't
All right, we
it
got-
feel amazing to just condemn an entire state?
entire
It feels
state.
like erotically powerful to do that.
All right, we got time for like a couple more. Let's do a couple more, and then
Couple
we're gonna head out of here.
Where are we at in Connecticut? Can I get my Connecticut veto, bump it up to a C?
I'll think about it. I'll consider
Just
it.
saying, if South Carolina is an F, Connecticut.
I'll consider it. I still have my
consider it.
veto bill and see what's next. What do we got next?
What do we got? Ooh, Delaware.
Ooh, Delaware.
F.
Oh,
Really?
Immediate F.
Jake, coming
Awful,
out.
awful state.
You hate
What's
Delaware?
so bad
about it?
Why? Because it's
It's
so
a
small.
credit card company in the shape of a state. I went there once. There was nothing to do. One time, I was driving down I-95, or no, I was driving up I-95 to get home from for Thanksgiving, and there was one lane open on the entire highway, and I was stuck in Delaware for like 4 fucking hours to the point where we were all just standing outside of our cars, going, "Are we damned to stay in this godforsaken state forever?"
Right.
Awful, nothing to do.
Yeah, everyone
Bullshit.
fucking hates
Tax
Everyone
it,
hates
dude.
Delaware. It's too
No one
small to
say
have
anything
anything
good about
cool.
it.
It's the home state of Joe Biden, but
No one
as
say
we learned in
anything good
San
about
Diego
it.
at our show, a lot of people
F-
don't even like that
F
guy.
Delaware.
I mean, the Amtrak goes through there for some reason because it has to.
JD doesn't
has
have.
to.
All right, you're.
Yeah.
No, you're just quoting the "Hi, I'm in Delaware" thing.
I don't think it's quite
Wayne's
F,
World.
but I
Throw it into the sea. They say we've got. It's unbelievable. No sales tax. That's the whole thing.
Right. Jake is right about that. It's a huge tax haven. Corporations will literally just pick an address.
And that's just fuck that.
an
I hate
apartment.
that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking D. I'm thinking D range for Delaware. D is for Delaware. C is for Connecticut.
I mean, is it redeeming it all? What makes it not an F?
I mean,
it's just
I
not
don't
like
know.
actively
Joe
shitty.
Biden isn't as bad as some Donald Trump. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, what
just
can you really
not as
say?
bad.
Yeah.
I will say, amazing sandwich. The
Okay.
official Delaware sandwich is known as the Bobby, and it's basically the Thanksgiving leftover sandwich, stuffing, cranberry
Ooh,
sauce,
they did invent
and turkey on a
Yeah.
mayoed roll.
I love it.
So that's pretty
And
damn good.
Not only
That's
were
good.
they're the tiniest state, yes, but they were the first state. They were the first state to sign on to the modern U.S. Constitution. I think that's
No,
a good
but
credit
Rhode
to
Island
them.
is even tinier, and they were the first state to like take a crack at some British soldiers for the fuck of it. So
All
even
right.
Rhode Island takes all of their like.
Well, when we get to
thunder.
Rhode Island, we will,
Kyle
give
says
them their due.
about the sandwich. That's called a gobbler, and they stole it from Wawa E-tier, bitches.
Oh, you can't
Dude.
steal from Wawa. That's full. That's Pennsylvania's national bird, the Wawa.
That's unbelievable. A gobbler. All right, so we're going D or we going F?
I'm going D. I'm going to defend it. It's not as bad as the racist states.
Right. It's
I
not as
got- I
bad as like
gotta-
actively hateful states.
Boom. But
All
I
right,
do
cool.
think Connecticut should be bumped up to C. I will fight for
I'll
Connecticut.
consider it, but we got a couple more to do real quick. All subs greatly appreciated. Please consider subbing to the channel. We're about to get out of here pretty soon, but we're gonna do.
You
a
got
couple
an
more for you
Amazon
guys.
Prime account.
Oh,
You get a free
we
Prime
only
account.
have time for one more because this is a big
Oh,
debate. This is a big debate, dog. I can't believe you're fucking me over floor right now. I've been thinking about this all day. This is the one state I've been thinking about all day, all fucking day. Wait, Eric, did you say S or F?
He said,
He
because
said
it's Florida.
F.
F.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about it.
At
So
this
many
point,
things
I
going
just
on here.
wanna-
So many moving parts. You got fucking Jimmy Buffett. You got Margaritaville. You got the Keys. You've got Miami. You've got
Disney World.
Disney World.
Universal.
You've got Universal. You've got
Epcot.
You've got. Well, we can keep naming the parks of Disney
Tampa Bay
World.
Buccaneers.
That's not a
Jacksonville, you
thing.
got the jumbo shrimp. We are the jumbo shrimp. We're
Jumbo
here to
shrimp,
play a
here
game.
to play a game. Oh!
My wife is from Jacksonville, and I have to go there again in December, and I hate the place. I cannot stand Jacksonville.
You didn't go to the jumbo shrimp games?
I haven't been to a game yet, actually. I haven't been to a game.
Whoa!
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa! Shout out to Doma Beaties 151 for gifting
Yes.
10 subs.
Yo, you the
Whoa.
fucking goat, dude.
Shit.
Thank you so
10
much, Doma.
subs, 10
Thank
subs.
you so much for that. It's Inverse California. I agree with that. I mean, it's a shit show. There's the whole Florida man meme.
Yeah.
DeSantis.
Yeah.
You've got, trans people fleeing the country. I
Yeah.
don't disagree with you, Eric. It's just such a weird one to parse because it's three different states.
Yeah, it used to be the place we would want to go on vacation,
Yeah.
and now whatever the hell has happened to it, they've
Boca's
just
nice.
yeah,
You know?
The
Boca,
villages.
Tampa,
We got the villages.
the Panhandle,
Miami's not for me, but I like that it exists and appreciate it.
FSU was where
Sure.
all the murder fist people met.
Party
I
capital of the colleges.
Yeah.
Cuban
so-
style espresso with all the sugar at the bottom. That's real tasty.
Yeah.
University of Florida and Gainesville is a real cool town, cool college town there. Miami, Key West. How do we feel about Key West? That's a part of Florida.
I brought up Key West. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what makes it complicated. I'm not saying it's not F, but we got to at least fucking throw this shit out there. We've got to at least let
Yeah.
the people know, you
Yeah.
know, that these things exist. But I don't know. Is it? What do you? All right. I guess
What do you
It's,
think,
we're,
chat?
we're in
Yeah.
a
What
tough
do you think,
spot
chat?
because for every
Too many
Universal
serial
Islands of it.
Yeah. Oh, Tirzo is not wrong.
Yeah, a lot of
Tirzo is
serial
not
killers.
wrong. That's a
for
lot of
sure.
serial killers.
I mean,
there.
and just the whole thing. I mean, the crime out of there is insane.
It's
One of my
insane.
favorite things about I would love to watch Cops with Lexi whenever we went and stayed in hotels, and every single time we would watch it, at some point you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know that street," because they'd always shoot in Jacksonville. because
That's
there's
not a
so much
positive.
shit.
That's
No,
not a. Just
I
because you
know.
laughed at the horror doesn't mean it's not horror.
It's not
still
higher
bad,
than
yeah.
a D. I agree, but there's all the music that's come out of there. Flo Rida,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Jimmy Buffett, like you said.
the Buff Man.
Buff man. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's oof. The redeemable, the portion of redeemable things about it, I think bumps it up from an F to a D at least. But oof. I mean, what's chat saying?
D-. O-Town came out of there. Somebody said the NAACP recommends people don't go there.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I mean, teachers are fleeing the state of Florida.
Mosquitoes.
Immigrants who usually work in agricultural areas are fleeing Florida. Everyone is fleeing Florida except old people.
Limp Bizkit came out of there. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, it is a modern civil rights charnel house, but Universal Islands of Adventure. Come on, they got the Hulk coaster.
But I want to say this: in what fucking state do you have Disney World, and the state is actively trying to like
shut it down?
Shut it down.
Okay, I will say,
yeah, what do we
Hulk
got?
coaster rips. It really does.
Hulk coaster rips so hard.
Rip. This is the problem with the whole state.
And I will say, I was just at Universal over the summer with my niece and my nephews, and the new Velociraptor roller coaster they got there is one of the best ones in the world. Everyone is talking about it. I mean, honestly, if DeSantis rode that thing, maybe he'd be a little more cool.
He'd lose his little boots. Those
his
white
boots
fucking
would fly
gross
off.
boots.
I think this is one of the greatest examples of we have to ask chat.
We
is
have
it
to
a
ask
D
chat.
or is
All
it an
right.
F?
Yeah, I mean,
B. Oh, that's it. Nothing in the middle. B
No,
or
I said
F. That
D
is
for
he said
dick
D.
suck. I did not say
D for Dick C.
I mean, give them all of it.
For Florida.
Give them the whole range if you want. But I would say definitely D
Florida
or F,
judgment time.
Yeah, we're talking
sure.
D or F here on Florida. Tops.
Oh God, is that Casey Anthony too? I mean, it's a horrible play. I hate that I have to go.
Like Tirso said.
The one thing I always say is I keep getting pulled back to Florida. My mom grew up in Hollywood, Florida. I went to school at FSU, and
poll
now
is up.
I'm married.
Vote.
Now I'm married to my wife. I have to go now every year, at least once or twice a year. I have to fucking go to that horrible place.
Right.
And Jacksonville sucks, dude. It's a shit place. It's too big. There's a lot of
jumbo
angry.
shrimp. Never go to jumbo shrimp.
There's Trump signs in the dive bar.
I got
mad.
COVID in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I spent
yeah.
a week in Tampa just stuck
Everyone's
in COVID.
mad, dude.
Everyone's
Everyone's mad
Florida.
that they're there.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny, man.
Wow. Yeah, there's nothing for anybody.
Florida can get fucked, says Slam Fuck a Dunk.
It's looking like the D's have it. There's just a few seconds left.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, look, the amount of redeemable things we've said about Florida, I think, bumps it up from an F to a D. But man, I mean, and then I didn't even get into all the politics. I mean, you guys already knew about all the politics ahead of time. That's how bad Florida is. My non-political friends know how bad Florida is politically.
Wow,
Chad has
it's a
spoken.
fucking
It's a D.
Dude, how many more do we have to get through? What's the count on the states we've ranked tonight?
How do we do? Let's
There's
take a look
so
at that.
many left.
The's so many.
Did we get through
no.
10? Did we get through 10 at
Should we?
least?
Let's
Did we
rock
get through
one more real
Yeah.
quick. Let's rock one more real quick. Let's rock one more. What do we got? Georgia.
Georgia.
All right, Georgia. I like Georgia. Kind of like I like the North Carolina. I like it turned blue.
Yeah, it turned blue, but barely.
I had family in Atlanta for the longest time. I always loved going to Atlanta. I love I love Coca-Cola. I'm addicted.
Coca-Cola, you got
Coca-Cola,
Ted Turner,
and
you got CNN.
People feel differently about Atlanta. I like Atlanta. I think it's cool.
Athens,
I mean, honestly, we're
Georgia.
strongly considering moving to Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia is one of the most beautiful
Savannah's
coastal cities as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Georgia's going to be solid. It's I don't know. I'm going to say C or B. B?
I think
B.
I'm
is
B or
the
A.
lowest I would go. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, don't forget.
Well, we got to
Stacey
think about the
Abrams is not
traffic.
governor.
Yeah, we got to
Still
think
very
about
Republican.
We got to think about the traffic. We got to think about the horrible history of it all.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly. I'm pretty sure Robert E. Lee historically got a blowjob in front of the Capitol steps. Is one of the big things that happened there. That's why the statue's there. Or whatever.
Yes. Are you talking about Jimmy Carter?
Shitty Olympics. One of the shittiest Olympics.
Yeah, terrible.
Oh,
They
right,
exploded
right.
a bomb.
The bombing. There was a bomb
There was
there.
a bomb.
There was
Tirso.
a big bomb. Tirso knows about it.
Tirso knows what happened.
Tirso helped
Miming
plant
the
that
bomb.
bomb.
Tirso was there.
Tirso was
Tirso
there.
knows
Tirso
things.
is the one who told that Richard guy to do it.
I think
Richard
Tirso
Jewell?
did it.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
his
think
name?
Tirso
I can't
did
believe
it.
I remember that.
I think
He's-
Tirso. I
he's
think that's just that Richard guy
Famously
hiding.
did not do it.
He
They made a
famously
whole
did not do-
movie about
Well,
he
Clint
did not do
Eastwood,
it.
but
I
Clint
didn't do
Eastwood
it.
made that movie, so
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's another. All right, I think I would still give it a. As far as southern states go,
Yeah, it's one of the better southern states.
I would give it.
I'm going B. I'm going B on
I don't
Georgia.
think I'm going
I
higher
agree with
than a
B.
B.
Because it's right there with your Kansases and your Alaskas. You know, it's
All right.
redeemable, it's savable, and it's beautiful.
All right. I still have a veto. And what was your request again? It was to take Connecticut from a D to a B?
Yeah, you got to give Connecticut at least up to a C.
All right,
It's
Travis,
not as
just
bad as
because
Wyoming,
you did my
Arkansas,
money pitch stream
and
last
Texas,
night, you did
Delaware.
the states tonight. Part 1, we're gonna have Travis back in the future to do this again.
We got a lot more states to get through.
So let's go. Let's do it. Veto balloon, make it a C.
Woo!
Make
I'm
it
just
a C.
saying, you can't spell Connecticut without C. Specifically, 3 of them. There's so many C's.
There you go.
In
Make
that
it a
freaking
C.
name.
And,
Could I have more C's?
But he
in
only
my state
pronounced
name?
2 of them.
And what's a sneak
Right,
peek,
that's
real
the other
quick? I just
crazy
want to
thing.
see a sneak peek of what's to come. What are the states we still have
Next
to talk
time
about here?
on
Next time on states.
Oh,
We've got
Jersey.
Oklahoma.
Jersey.
Jersey's going to be a big
Idaho,
one. Fuck
Kentucky,
Oklahoma.
Maine, Louisiana.
Missouri.
People are going to die during
West
the
Virginia.
Massachusetts
I like
talk.
Good luck to
Washington.
West Virginia.
West Virginia apparently is a fucking shit show. Everybody say, oh
Right.
yeah, and Chad. I mean, I didn't
Did
see a
Chad
lot of veto
veto?
balloons
I thought they
tonight.
did have their
No.
veto.
We gave them a chance to veto. I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kentucky. Yeah. We've got a lot of good stuff. Yeah, fuck Oklahoma as well. All right. Colorado, too. I think that's going to be another S
That's going to be
as well.
S
So-
tier. They do a lot of things right.
But until then, we're leaving it here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for Tears of a Clown. We'll be back next Wednesday with more. We'll be ranking something else that'll make people upset and happy all at the same
I'll do
time.
a quick plug for my movie, American
go.
Mayor.
Do it.
Check me out on all social media, Travis Irvine USA and American Mayor. This is the documentary about me running for mayor of my hometown.
There
So
you
you
go.
can learn how to run for mayor of your hometown. Make sure that your home state is not a D or F tier. Make it better.
Absolutely. Big thanks to Eric and Tierzo for joining us as well. Yep. Terrifying.
Look, Tierzo.
And Jake, of course, I'll see you soon. We'll do an episode on Hello Kitty.
Yeah,
for
let's all
Whisper.
go to Clown Lake together.
Let's go to Clown Lake. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you again for the subs. Thank you for all the hangs. And we'll be back real soon. Take care, everybody.